The following changes have occurred over the past 24 hours. Fighting continues in the Konstantinovsky direction. In the city, the enemy's targets are identified and hit for further offensive and prevention of successful counteractions. The Ukrainian armed forces have set up an ammunition depot in the southwestern part of Konstantinovka. The D-30 crew destroyed it with artillery fire. I mainly used drones. Near Santuran and Kildare, a drone strike hit a position in a support area. The fortification is being held by the Russian side, so the controlled area is expanding, including the highway. Southwest is in the process of securing the Klebenbeik Reservoir on the north side. The SU showed the moment of the fighters' defeat. As before, it was assumed that in order to achieve the goal, more than one drone could be used simultaneously per military, which happened in one event. In an open field, it is difficult to avoid defeat from one drone, and even more so from two. It is not only for this event that the Pleshche trap in Huliaipole is being promoted. The fighters are also pressing from the western side of the Klebenbeik Reservoir to approach Berostok and Stepanovka. On the outskirts of the second, a Russian unit advanced on armored vehicles from the southwest side. The enemy resisted kamikazes drones. The defeat of the anti-tank trench was recorded. In the footage, it was seen that the fighter left her and went to the forest plantation to hide from the barraging threats. To the north, Ukrainian operators burned another Russian armored vehicle. The controlled territory is expanding almost to its maximum point. Back in the December 11th issue, during the report, the commander of the YU group said that fighting was underway to liberate Stepanovka. The Russian side is actively seeking to enter and further dislodge the enemy from there. This point is part of the coverage of Konstantinovka from the western side. There is still active fighting in the Dobropolsky area. Yesterday, the military from Razin moved to the front line. The enemy immediately started firing. On the way back, the fighters hurried from the northeastern part of Lunacharsky. We returned in a parallel way. In addition to armored vehicles, the Marines rode ATVs forward along the same route towards Suvorov. The Ukrainian side shelled them tightly. An example is shown near the support. The line is being leveled in favor of the Russian side. Further north, in the direction of Kucherov Yar, movement along the road is also added. The enemy stopped the fighters on their vehicles while moving north. The Russian military maintains its presence in Artemovka. It is more difficult to hold positions in it compared to Oktyabrski due to the difficult delivery of supplies to that point. This village is still the northeastern cover of Oktyabrski. Holding Oktyabrski helps to maintain control over a wide area for attacking actions in the direction of Kucherov Yar and Dobropole. On the Pokrovsky sector of the front, the detachments of the Vostok group continue to put pressure. In the Andreevka area, after processing the motorized infantry of the 36th Brigade, they confidently pushed through the enemy's positions, where they eventually liberated the village. The guards with flags identified themselves in 4 places. The northernmost one is shown. The fighters are systematically squeezing out the Ukrainian forces from the eastern side of the Gachur River. Also, the Russian side is gradually approaching the southern outskirts of Pokrovsky. The enemy has concentrated forces from northeast Andreevka. However, the warriors behind Lake Baikal thwart their attempts. The battle for this city continues in the Huliaipole sector of the front. From the northern side, the 5th Army troops are breaking down the Ukrainian defenses every day. The control zone is expanding by about 1 kilometer. Fighters, supported by firepower, are working in the central part of the city, as well as clearing the eastern part of the remnants of the Ukrainian garrison. To the south, the soldiers are pressing down on the Tolbalki to enter the Drozhnyanka-Huliaipole road. Although the village is controlled by the Russian side, the enemy still has the opportunity to send reinforcements through a dirt road to carry out counteractions from the southern side in the battles for the city. Additionally, the situation improves up to the beginning of the natural ravine. In the Kharkov direction, the units of the North Group continue to move forward. In Prokopka, the fighters decisively put the squeeze on the enemy and liberated the village. Soldiers of the 74th Reconnaissance Battalion took part in the battles. Storm detachments and companies of the B-41 Regiment. After its capture, the military can concentrate more on neighboring Kravsky and Semenovka. A full-scale advance continues along the Seversky Donets River to reach the Pechenezhskoye Reservoir. In Vostochny Volchansk, combat groups squeeze the enemy out of buildings every day with the support of aviation and artillery. In this example, in the eastern part of the village, the pilots bombed the positions of the Ukrainian forces. The fighting continues.